welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are staying safe and staying strong. So now that we have applied, you're a part of an applicant pool of thousands. Questions like, am I the right candidate? Will the schools notice my application? Is my profile good enough? Are the questions which haunt us day in and day out during this time. So, to put an end to the misery, I decided to make this video just for you. To broaden the perspective, I reached out to 25 of my friends, colleagues, seniors who have already graduated and made it through. I needed to know what was their opinion about what makes an application stand out. Therefore, I came up with a short survey of 10 essential questions which we commonly ask. What are we waiting for? Let's find out what the results are. TOEFL score forms an important prerequisite of your application. We can clearly see here that the 40% of the survey takers have scored within the average range of 100 to 105. Anything beyond that average score is going to add an edge to your application. At the same time, a score that is below average, that is anything less than 100, definitely demands a retake of this exam. Moving on, your experience from the native country sets you apart as an applicant. It's interesting to see a mix of fresh graduates, people holding master's degree, and the majority of them having an experience of 1 to 5 years after graduation. There were also people who had experience more than 5 years. It simply indicates that schools are looking for a candidate with some relevant experience in the clinical realm or maybe some non-dental experience. Gaining a US-based work experience, as we can see here that 44% of previous applicants held some experience such as dental assistance, shadowing or preceptorship. It's advisable to have some solid experience in your kitty before you apply. Helps you understand the nuances of the work culture and also gives you a flavor of dentistry, how it's practiced here. Some relevant US-based experience will fetch you some good letter of recommendations. A frequently asked question, do we necessarily require a research experience here? It turns out that 52% of previous applicants did not have a research experience. It may not be entirely essential, but if you ask me, with these competitive times, it's definitely better to add something extra to your profile. Also, if you get a chance to get associated with any research project, don't just do it for the heck of it. Please try to choose something that suits your niche or is something dentistry related. Gaining an academic experience in the US. Turns out that out of 25, 19 members did not hold any academic experience here. It's not mandatory to hold an academic experience here, but then do it only if you want to enhance your skill set or if you're a fresh graduate and you feel that you do not have much to say about your experience. Just remember, these courses are expensive and requires a lot of time and effort. Therefore, choose wisely. How important are attending CE courses, seminars, and conferences? 64% of the previous applicants felt it is important as it keeps you abreast with the current dental education and also shows how inclined you are towards the field. Moreover, there are certain schools which specifically ask you the number of courses, seminars, and conferences attended in the recent past. So, go for it. As we make the big move to this country, it is possible to have gaps in our professional journey, just like the 40% of the previous applicants here. The reason can be any, professional or personal. Just make sure you explain it well in the application. Moving further, it's a common misconception that's seen that with every increasing attempt of the application cycle, your chances get better. The results of the survey seem to be contradictory here, as we can see that the number kept on reducing with every attempt of the cycle. A second cycle is a good opportunity to make up for the mistakes that you made in the first one. If applying with more attempts than these, try to state your learning curve so far in the application. According to the survey, it turns out that 76% of the previous applicants believe that it's a mix of all. Schools are looking for a holistic application in which all the boxes are checked. Each and every aspect of the application is important and cannot be done without. Your application is your first impression on the school without even meeting them. And finally, the big question as to who do you think dental schools send an invitation to? 64% believe that it's hard to say and it's a mixed pool. But wait, what? We just spoke about holistic application, but it turns out it's not enough. Don't get confused here. The answer is that there is no set formula. Dental colleges are not looking for that perfect cookie cutter candidate. It is important to understand that dental schools view each and every application and select candidates based on their program and their curriculum. As you apply, along with hard work, put in some smart work. Do a prior research into the colleges you're applying. Not only financially, but this process is very emotionally taxing. Therefore, don't lose heart if you don't hear it from your favorite school. Find out what the school is looking for and whether or not your application fits their needs. A tiny little disclaimer, I know we can do better with a bigger survey pool. Also, I have not included the number of attempts of NBDE and your GPA score in this for a reason. With this video today, I hope you gained more clarity. I've tried to cover as much as I can, and please leave your feedback, ask me questions in the comment section, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe.